Self-doubt is a quiet voice, yet it carries the weight of mountains. It does not shout, it does not roar, but it whispers constantly, slowly weaving itself into our thoughts until we begin to believe it is the truth. Many people grow up with dreams inside their hearts, dreams so bright they could light entire worlds. But somewhere along the way, the voice of self-doubt begins to dim that light. It tells us we are not good enough, not smart enough, not talented enough, not brave enough. And when we listen too long, we begin to shrink, even when the world is wide and waiting for us to step in. Self-doubt often appears in the earliest stages of life. A child who draws a picture proudly may lose confidence when someone laughs at it. A young student who once believed they could become anything might begin to hesitate after hearing a few careless words. Adults carry similar wounds. A single failure, a single rejection, or a single moment of being compared to someone else can be enough to plant the seed of self-doubt deep inside. And once planted, it grows quietly, feeding on every mistake we make and every insecurity we have ever felt. But self-doubt is not born from weakness. It often comes from caring too much, from wanting to do well, wanting to be accepted, wanting to be understood. The people who doubt themselves the most are often the ones who work the hardest, who feel the deepest, who carry the greatest capacity for kindness. Their sensitivity becomes both a strength and a burden. They see what they lack more clearly than what they already possess. They notice every imperfection in themselves, but overlook the beauty in their resilience. Living with self-doubt is like walking with a shadow that never leaves your side. It follows you into school, into work, into every conversation, every relationship, every decision. It colors your life with hesitation. Even when you achieve something, it whispers that you were just lucky, that you did not truly earn it. Even when others praise you, it questions their sincerity. Even when you stand on the edge of an opportunity, it tells you to step back because you are not ready, not worthy, not capable. Self-doubt steals from us slowly. It steals opportunities because we are too afraid to try. It steals connections because we are too afraid to speak. It steals joy because we are too afraid to believe we deserve it. Some people even miss the best moments of their lives simply because they believed they were not enough for them. Yet, despite all its power, self-doubt is not unbeatable. It survives only when we feed it. The moment we begin to question its voice, its grip weakens. The moment we choose to act even while we are afraid, its whisper becomes softer. Confidence is not built in a day. It is built every time we choose to move forward despite the doubt inside us. One of the most powerful ways to face self-doubt is to understand that everyone experiences it, even the strongest, the most successful, the most talented. Every singer who steps on stage has felt the tremble of fear. Every writer who publishes a book has wondered if their words are enough. Every leader, no matter how confident they appear, has faced nights of questioning themselves. You are not alone. Self-doubt is part of being human. Another important truth is this: perfection is an illusion. Many people doubt themselves because they compare their real, imperfect lives to the polished surfaces they see online or in society. We compare our behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel. But real life is messy, full of mistakes, confusion, and growth. No one succeeds without falling first. No one becomes strong without being fragile at some point. Once we accept this, self-doubt loses one of its sharpest weapons. Learning to overcome self-doubt also requires kindness, especially kindness toward yourself. You would never speak to a friend the way self-doubt speaks to you. You would never tell someone you care about that they are not enough, that they are bound to fail, that they should give up. So, why say those things to yourself? Being gentle with yourself does not mean being complacent. It means recognizing your effort, acknowledging your progress, and understanding that growth takes time. Courage, too, plays a role. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to continue despite fear. Every small act of bravery, raising your hand, sharing an idea, trying something new, applying for something that scares you, is a victory over self-doubt. These victories accumulate quietly, slowly building a foundation of confidence. And one day, you will look back and realize that the voice that once controlled you has become faint. Remember this: you are allowed to grow at your own pace. You are allowed to make mistakes. You are allowed to change, to begin again, to fail, and to rise stronger. You are allowed to take up space in this world. You deserve to dream without apology and live without fear of judgment. Self-doubt may never disappear completely, but it can become smaller. It can become something you recognize but no longer obey. And when that happens, your life begins to expand. You start saying yes more often. You start pursuing things that once felt impossible. You stop shrinking for the sake of others. You begin to trust yourself, even on the days you feel broken. You begin to see your own worth, not because someone else told you, but because you finally learned to believe it. In the end, the journey beyond self-doubt is a journey toward becoming whole. It is the process of peeling away the layers of fear, comparison, and insecurity to discover the strength that has always lived inside you. It is the moment you realize that you are not defined by your doubts, but by the courage you show in facing them. And the truth is simple but powerful. You are enough. You have always been enough. You will always be enough. Even if the world has tried to tell you otherwise, even if your own mind has tried to convince you that you are small, within you lives a quiet, unbreakable light. And when you begin to trust that light, you rise.